Hi guys, I'm Karen. Welcome to another video. Now this video is really exciting for me. I got this idea from one of my viewers that gave me topic ideas for videos, and I really like this one. And well, you can already see from the caption of this video, I want to show you the products that I think that you need if you're not a makeup beauty blogger of some sort. If you're just a regular person who doesn't have slash doesn't need slash doesn't want a big makeup collection. You know, stash shopping is fun, shopping for new makeup is fun as well, but you know, most people, they're not bloggers, they don't need so much makeup. And this is basically what this video is about. I, of course, shopped my stash to find these products, and I think that 7 products are just what you need. You don't need more than 7 products, and I'm going to show them to you first, and then we'll apply them together and let you know why I think these are enough and you don't need more. First of all, I'm going to start with the order of applying. Okay, so you really need a good base. This one is from Milk. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer, very new to my collection from Milk Makeup. I really like it because one of my biggest problems are big pores. So pick a primer that meets your problems, if you have any problematic skin. If you have pores, then a pore filler. If you want the makeup to last all day, then take a primer for that, depending on your needs. So don't pick a primer just because one influencer told you that you have to have this specific product. You don't, but invest in a good primer. It will make a lot of difference. So primer is number 1. And then I really think that you need a color corrector. You don't need exactly this one. This is by Sigma Spectrum Color Correcting Duo Light to Medium. So you don't need to invest in this one, but please invest in one color corrector. This one is my kind of shade. These are my kind of shades. What's wrong with me today? I don't know. I guess I'm excited about this video. So these are the shades that are good for me. We're going to check that in a minute. So I do recommend investing in a color corrective that suits you, suits your needs. If you have dark circles, then choose a color corrector for dark circles. If you have redness, then choose a color correcting for redness, and so on and so on. I mean, pick the color corrector according to your needs. It doesn't have to be Sigma, it can be whatever color corrector that you find in the drugstore or you want to order online, depending on your needs. So put your needs first and then listen to influencers. So I do recommend a color correcting one. Okay, so we had a primer. Why are they still in the box? I don't know. So we have a primer, we have a color corrector, and now we definitely need, well, I need, maybe you don't, but I need to fill in my brows. So this is why there are 7 products. If your brows don't need filling, they're not half and half like mine, then you don't need this product. I'm talking about an eyebrow pencil, and this one is completely erased. So I don't know, I think it's Catrice's. There's nothing written on it. This is so weird. Everything is wiped out, but it's just, you know, grab an eye pencil. It doesn't really matter which company it is, just so it will be a pencil on one side. I do recommend pencil on one side and spoolie on the other side, just because it's comfortable. But you know, drugstore eyebrow pencil, important thing that it will match your shade. That's the most important thing. If you don't need it, then 6 products are enough for you. If you do need it, then 7 products. Okay, what else we have here? And then after we color corrected, I love, and again, still in the box, I love using a bronzer. This one is new to my collection, that's why I want to use it. This is from Kylie Jenner, pressed bronzing powder in the shade 300 Toasty. This is mine. You don't have to use something that expensive. Drugstore have lots and lots of options. If you want me to make a video about drugstore options, let me know. This is the one that I chose for this video, but of course it doesn't have to be this one. It has to be the shade that is good for you, not a shade that is complementary to you, to your specific needs. I do like using a bronzer. It's not a must, but it gives the face a bit more oomph, a bit more put together. You know, I do recommend using a bronzer, especially if you have a white complexion. If you have a white complexion or a light to medium complexion, then I do recommend using a bronzer. If you're medium and up, then a bronzer is not a must, of course. Then you can skip it. So, you know, it's very dynamic. All of my suggestions here are dynamic. So if you have a medium skin color and you don't need eyebrow to fill the eyebrows, then 5 products are enough for you. You don't need a bronzer, you don't need the eyebrow pencil. So, you know, it's all about meeting your needs. I need a bronzer, but maybe you don't. Next up is a duo. This is by Iconic London. It's so reflective, so I'll just show it to you like this. This is their duo, Skin Glow Duo in Rose Glow. And this one I like about it because it's a duo. You have a blush on one side and a highlighter on the other side. I really like that you have 2 options. You have a blush and a highlighter. Now, if you don't have this, you can do with a blush that has a bit of shimmer. If you have a blush that has a little bit of shimmer, then you don't need a highlighter, you just need one blush. Now I already have this, so this is the one I'm going to use. But if you don't have and you're going to buy a new blush, then please pick a shade that is good for you, that is complementary to you. You are the center and you are important. Okay, whatever is good for you. If you want to invest only in one product, then I recommend choosing a blush that has a shimmer in it, and that way you don't need an additional highlighter. I have this one duo, and I do recommend a duo because it's nice to have 2 shades, a shade of a highlighter and a shade of a blush, but it's not a must. Definitely not a must. And 2 last products. Why are they in their box? I don't know. Sometimes I'm like that, especially with products that I really like. This one for the lips. This is from Colourpop. This is their lip oil. This specific one is in the shade Comp By. Really beautiful shade. Now, you look at it and you're saying to yourself, oh my god, is she crazy? Maybe I am, but not this time. This is a lip oil. It's very, very sheer, so you only see a hint of color when using it. So you know, I recommend either a lip oil or a lip balm, something that will moisture your lips. This is the most important thing, to moisture your lips and add some color along the way. So Colourpop has great lip oils, but other companies also have great lip oils or a lip balm. Whatever you want, you choose. Now the last product is a mascara. This one I have here in my stash already, so I picked it up. This is from By Terry. This is sample size. It's called Growth Booster. You can't really see anything. This is just a mascara. This is, I usually have drugstore options unless there's something that I'm buying from, you know, like Cult Beauty has their beauty boxes and stuff like that, and I get this one for a very affordable price, so I have a mini. Do use a mascara. You know what, you can skip everything, but please don't skip these three. Something for the lips, a lip oil or lip balm, a color corrector, and a mascara. Mascara makes a ton of difference. So even if you're not wearing anything on your eyes, just mascara, it will make a huge difference. Huge difference. So I do recommend mascara. It doesn't have to be this one. Essence has great mascaras like the False Lash Effect, which I like a lot. So you don't need to invest in By Terry, of course, but this is the one I had already. So these are the products. They are here in my bin, and let's take all of those cardboard packages out of the way and let's begin. So as I said, I am starting with my primer. This is the second time, as I said, second time using this primer. This is how it looks like. It's pore mattifying. I have large pores here. Here. Okay, it is a nice scent. Oh, and of course, you know, it's not for this video because this video is for makeup, but skincare is the most important thing. Don't wear any makeup if you don't have a budget. Don't wear any makeup, just mascara, because it's important. Well, it looks good, but you know, if you don't want to wear makeup at all, at least invest in skincare. So good skincare and sunscreen, and if you don't have a makeup, not biggie. But you know, makeup makes me feel good, makes me feel put together. I mean, I can go to work without makeup. Usually I get out of when I'm just, you know, going with my husband and we're traveling or stuff like that, I usually don't wear makeup, but I usually wear makeup if I'm going to work. So I do think a good primer makes a big difference. You have to really invest in filling the pores. So take the time. Oh, ouch. Take the time and try as much as you can to fill in those pores if you have any. Of course, as I said before, if you have redness, well, I also had redness, I also have blemishes, but the most important thing for me are the pores. So I'm tackling the pores. But if you have blemishes and you want something as a base for blemishes, or if you have skin pigmentation, then you know, use a primer for that. So primer I do recommend, but it's not a must. Definitely not a must. I think I'm losing sense in my toes. Yeah, definitely. They went to sleep. Okay. Yeah, now the corrector. You can use your finger. You don't need a brush. Like, I don't need a brush for the primer. I can, but I don't really need it. So I'm just taking from the light shade, because here I have two shades. I have the light one to apply under my eyes and the dark one for the other parts of my face that I just want to cover a tiny bit. Now, as you can see, I'm not using a concealer, and not using a foundation. You can, if you want, if you have the budget, if you feel like it, of course, but now, for the purpose of this video, hence I'm not going anywhere anyways, so I'm taking the dark shade and just covering up tiny bit of my blemishes and dark spots on my cheeks, taking from the dark shade. This is why I like the duo, because you have two options. You have a lighter one and a darker one, and a lighter one again for the under eye area, and a darker one for the spots or blemishes or whatever you have on your skin. Now if you have more, then add to your chin. Like I have a very red chin. Again, we're going for something light. I'm not looking for 100% coverage. That will not happen without a foundation. That's the reality. But I'm not looking for full coverage. I'm looking for minimal makeup and still look put together. I think it's definitely enough. I don't need a foundation. Don't need a foundation. I covered my dark spots, most of them. I covered my blemishes, most of them. I highlighted under my eyes. I think it's enough. Next up, I will take my bronzer. Now for this, you can use either a brush or a beauty blender. I recommend a blush. For this is what I'm going to use, but it's up to you basically. So I'm just taking from my bronzer. If I have access, I'm going to take it to the back of my hand and lightly warm up my face, which is what a bronzer should really do. Just warm up your face. This is not a contour. We're not contouring. We're just warming up the complexion, so we'll have some color on us and we won't look that pale. For me, it's important. Maybe for you, it's not. We just discussed it. So I'm just adding more to the perimeter of my face and to the cheekbones here. I'm not going to do a nose contour or anything like that, because again, it is contour. And I'm just looking to warm my complexion. And this is what's going on here. I don't know why I did that. So, bronzer. So we bronzed. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, but I just had to put it back in its box. I don't know why. There is no explanation. Let's do eyebrows. I just take my, I think it's Catrice, and my very magnifying mirror, and I'm just lightly, very lightly fill in the blanks. Not a lot, because as we already discussed, it's going to be an everyday kind of look, and I don't need very bold brows for every day. But because I have, as I said, half a brow basically, then I really need this pencil. If I had a complete brow, I don't need it. Yay, it fell on the floor. Okay. Now let's blush and highlight. Again, you know, this blush has a shimmer to it, so you basically, I don't really need the highlighter. You can see it has a sheen to it. It's not a matte. So if you want to pick only one product, one blush, then I do recommend picking up something that is a shimmer, a shimmery blush. That way you don't need to add the highlighter. I'm taking the access on the back of my hand and just adding some, I'm just adding some kind of blush to my face, And as you can see, you see I have basically a highlighter. And if I weren't a YouTuber or a blogger, then I definitely don't need a highlighter. But I already have here a highlighter. I'm going to use it, but you can see that you don't need it. You see, I didn't do anything. I'm just pointing with my brush that didn't touch my face. Do you see that shine? So do pick a blush that it has a bit of a shimmer, so you don't need a highlighter. But since I already have the highlighter, why not use it? Because I really like the pop. But this is just personal preferences. What's good for me, not necessarily good for you. Last, well, not last, let's do lips first. So the lip oil, you will see in a minute that it's sheer, so don't be afraid of the color. See, it just gives my lips some moisture and sheen and moisture. See, it just looks daunting and looks scary. I remember the first time I bought the lip oil from Colourpop, I took a very dark shade and I was really nervous, and then I found out that it's basically sheer. It's sheer with a tiny bit of a tint. So this is why I really love using lip oils. Last one is mascara. Now, I'm not going to apply anything to my lids. There is nothing there. Now I can take, if I want, from my color correcting duo and just add tiny bit, because I have yucky and ugly, to my opinion of course, lids. But you know, I'm using a product that I already have. I didn't buy anything new. I didn't buy an eye base. This is really sticky and can double as an eye base. Now if you have already at your house, if you have eyeshadows, this is the time to use them. Again, you don't have to. If you don't have eyeshadows and you do want to have some color to your lid, then take your blush, take your highlighter. I mean, why not? Why not take, I'm taking my blush and just adding some color to the lid. That's it. Didn't buy, for the purpose of this video, an eyeshadow palette. I don't have any eyeshadow palette. I only have the product, the 7 products that I just showed you. Of course, if I didn't want to use this blush on my lids as an eyeshadow, I don't have to. This is personal preferences, only personal preferences. Now I want to add the highlighter, but before that I really want to use the bronzer and give, if I already did something to my eyes, then let's take the bronzer, same shade, same brush, same Kylie Cosmetics, and just tapping it like that, taking off the excess because I already did my face, and adding it above my crease just to give it a bit of definition. Again, this is just bonus. We don't have to do that. And I'm not going to put it back in its container, in its box. I will do that later. Okay, I'm taking from the highlighter just to highlight the corners. Same brush, I didn't change brushes. But this is just because I like to have something on my lids when I am applying my makeup. Maybe you don't, and it's perfectly fine. Again, what you like, not what other people like. Now let's apply mascara. So I'm just coating my lashes, easy breezy. And it makes a huge difference in my opinion. And the fact that we use the same color of blush on our eyes kind of connects everything together. Now I could use only the bronzer and highlighter. That also can work. I can use only the highlighter. I can use whatever I want. I decide. And I think that now the look is complete. My everyday life, I don't wear anything under my eyes because I don't want it to kind of melt and kind of ruin the look. But this is my everyday look for the ordinary person, which is not a makeup blogger or a beauty influencer or whatever, just the regular Jane Doe. So Jane or John, if you're watching, I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you will take something from this video, because you know, 5 to 7 products, even 4 products, okay, are enough. Depends on you. You decide. Don't forget that. Okay, this video is becoming very, very long, and I want it to be shorter. I hope that I will be able to cut something in the editing, because it's going to be long. Okay, so if you made it this far, I really hope that you will join my family here on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I'm uploading a new video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Oh, and write something in the comments. Write something in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos. Bye.